Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome Faye, the first and so far only person to type in chat, but I know you were all there. Twitch shows me the numbers. Say hello. Hi Faye. Hi Mimi. Welcome, welcome. Hi Mom. It's gonna be a nightmare stream. Hi Arctic. You know you can all type in pre-chat. What happened to the early chat best chat thing, Mimi, huh? Honestly, I've been sitting here for a minute just like getting ready, but like not getting ready anymore. I've just been sitting here mentally preparing. And if you all type a bunch, I feel obligated to be here. But when you're all quiet, I'm like, I can gather my thoughts a little. Hi, William. Missed you. There you go. Welcome back. Hello. Hi, Uzi. Purple is a good color on you. It's a good color. It's my favorite color. All right. Good segue into the first thing I was going to talk about. Today's stream's going to be focused on old Nintendo release titles. I happen to own this dumb Twilight Princess shirt from when that game released and was new. I was going to wear this today. It is maybe the worst fitting shirt I have ever tried on. It feels awful. It is too baggy everywhere except for the boobs, in which it's too tight and just half of the printedness gets swallowed under my underboob. And it's an unwearable shirt, but I own it. What are we playing today? Oh, another segue. Check this shit out. Boom. Is this the pit stop camera? Did it turn on? Please tell me that worked. It didn't. Oh, fuck. Does it only work in studio mode? There we go. Look at that pit stop camera. You can see I have an NES plugged in right here, and there's a Wii U, and there's a Wii controller, and there my Switch is right here. You can't see it. And then to my side, this other shit, and in front of me, a bunch of games, a bunch of crap to play. I'll do the proper intro in a little bit, but we're playing a bunch of titles that released on the various Nintendo consoles. How long have I had that shirt? When did that game come out? 2008 or 9 or something? When did the Wii come out? This should have been part of my research and prep for this, but nope. Hi Hero, hi Kim. 2001, that's not true. 2006, that feels correct. I don't think this will make it into the video or anything. You all want to know a fun fact? The release of the Wii is when I hit final, total, undeniable proof that Santa wasn't real, because my mom asked me to help get it for us. And I was positive Santa wasn't really real, but there was always that little like, well, no one's said he's not. And like, if I keep acting like he is, I'll get gifts. Like, let's go. And then magic ruined. Oh yeah, Santa is totally real. For everyone watching, Santa's real. I was just a very bad kid and he didn't come to my house, so my mom had to do it. But for all the other good boys and girls, he's totally real. Don't worry about it. Hi, Mayor McFrumples. Confronting my mom at 7-year-olds on Christmas morning with evidence. I think maybe there was some amount of connection to my very church-focused upbringing and belief in Santa Claus, because somebody of authority told me he was real. Those maybe are related. Maybe. And then now I know both of them are fake. Anyway, we can move on from that. I'm sorry, Mom. I realized the tooth fairy was the same handwriting as my sister. You know what's fucking gross? When I turned like 18 or something, my mom gave me all my old teeth. Why'd you do that? That's so weird. Why? First off, why'd you keep them? And second, why'd you think I wanted them? I don't know where they are. Hopefully they're back at your house in one of those buckets that didn't make the move, or they're in the garbage. Why was that a thing? That freaked me out. You have unintended teeth. Hopefully they're no longer a part of this world. That opens you. Fey folk can have at it. The whole two thing's already Fey folk shit. It's a fairy. Come on. It's fine. I'm glad you all also think it's gross. I was gonna feel so bad if you're like, yeah, of course moms do that. Duh, they love you. Duh, idiot. Well, also, that one's real too. Any of you still believe in the tooth fairy? Totally real. I hope none of you are losing any more teeth. I think you have to click the I'm over 18, start watching button here, right? Was my stream set up that way? I do swear a lot, and this stream I've already talked about my boobs. It probably should be. Ew, I didn't know that. He's also weird and gross, though. You don't know you're over 18. No, some of them you have like, this stream is intended for mature audiences, and you click it once and then it never shows up again until you clear your cookies. I had to clear my cookies recently, so I've been clicking it on a bunch of streams again. Weird family traditions make for great stories, only sometimes. Sometimes they're traumatizing. What else? Anything else been going on? Not really. I kind of, normally we sit here and we shoot the shit for a long time. There are a lot of games I want to play. So maybe we get to it. How were the teeth packaged? They were in a medical, like, pill bottle. Did anyone else get put under the kitchen table for their birthday? No, Faye. I barely remember doing stuff for my birthday. I was not a birthday person. The one birthday memory I have was the first migraine I ever had. It was my birthday, and I ate a bunch of cake, and I jumped in the cold pool, and then boom, instantly debilitating migraine. And then for the rest of my birthday, I laid inside on the couch seeing dancing lights and in incredible pain. I'm not Miss Teeth Returner. My mom is. I guess I did kind of unreturn them, maybe. The truth is, I don't know where they are. At one point, they were in a bucket. I very much doubt they made the move here. Took a big bite of the number 4 candle for your 4th birthday. Cool. Fun. I hope you got, like, fire superpowers. How are those two related, Mom? I used to do my homework under the kitchen table and had a doctor do a home visit. Like, because they thought you needed to be committed? Somebody's gonna find an old pill bottle with teeth. Not at this point, it's been years. I got, what, 2-3 months since I've lived up here for 2 whole years. You had to sit under the kitchen table for an amount of minutes equal to your age? No. That's not a thing. Oh, doctor did a home visit for your migraines. I don't remember anything except being in excruciating pain. It is a thing. No. That's a weird Fae family thing. Nah. Talk about weird fucking Fae folk. It's your folk. That was very funny. Please laugh at that. I was very proud of it. Teeth don't decompose there somewhere. Now, mine totally did. They're gone, and I'm not going to think about it anymore. Like that tradition should have done that. No. No. Imagine, yeah, Mom, your birthday's coming up. Go sit under the table for an hour. That'll be fun. You can do the tradition on your own. No weird traditions unless not talking to each other's a tradition. A time-honored one. Not quite an hour yet. We can estimate around. If you waited somewhere for even 55 minutes, you would say it's an hour. I'd probably say if I waited around for 50 minutes, I'd say it was about an hour. I don't know, nothing else too much going on. Last stream ended abruptly because I got sick. I was sick for a day or two. I'm fine now. I maybe have a tiny lingering cough, but I kind of also always do that, I guess. I cleaned the shit out of this room because I was so worried about, like, the pit stop cam showing, like, mail with my home address or something. Or just, like, a weird clump of hair on the floor. Don't look too hard. I just, you know, I didn't dust all the consoles and stuff. That picture's pretty gross. What is Armor Roach? It is a... Are they both Fire Ghost? Fighting Ghost. I'm gonna go with Fighting Ghost. Oh, Steel Ghost is probably good. Fighting Ghost. Nope. Okay. This is a weird redeem. What's the answer? Why is this a redeem? This is Phase Vault, isn't it? Fire Psychic? What the fuck? No. Am I thinking of the right Pokemon? I am. Shit typing. Pokemon, what the fuck are you doing? What part of having big bulky armor makes you psychic? That's dumb. What type is... That's not a Pokemon. Zenogre? Oh, that's one of the fucking new ones? Psychic poison. I don't know. Don't do this. It's psychic poison and it's like the monkey or the bird. Look up Zenogre. No. You're all just being mean to me. That's a Monster Hunter. You lied to me. I knew that wasn't a Pokemon. But it could have fit in with the teal mask. All right, you all want to fail several times at a YouTube intro? Because this is going to be the YouTube video. Unless this stream goes extra mega horrible, it's going to be the YouTube video. I am on the precipice of done with the last YouTube video, which is good because I have 5 days to do it if I want to keep up my 1 a month streak. I exported the first draft today. I just haven't watched it. Is YouTube chat still mean to us? It was just the one time and it was a comment and they were right to be. No, I think there are two YouTube channels. The VOD channel is mean to you. I think the main YouTube channel has just been excited for videos. If Garurumon was a Pokemon, he would be normal fighting, I guess. Why are we doing this? Save that Pokemon energy for Thursday when we are doing the Pokemon game. There's a small chance we do a Pokemon. What's that orange thing? It's Patamon. I'll go get Patamon. Fucking fine. We have a lot of business to get to today, but after this, we're starting, okay? And I'm ignoring all you idiots. This is Patamon. And he is a Digimon, and he is a cool one, and one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but pretty close up there. Definitely my favorite one that they make a lot of merch for. Because my actual favorite would never. Kokuamon, I love you, buddy. They're not going to make a Taser Beetle into a big plush. What memory does he evoke? I don't know, he's the fucking Hope one. Cool angels, and realizing that, like... I don't know, all the Bible-y, churchy shit from my youth was just cool lore to put in Digimon instead of something I believed in. Is that a fun memory? Anyway, that's Patamon. Patamon gets abs and a butt. Have you all seen the most recent Angemon card? He's doing the full-on lady superhero pose where you can see his boobs and his butt at the same time. He literally turns into a woman. Not really. That's more Gatomon into Angelwomon. but a Patamon could probably get there. It's just how it works. They're just jean shorts. They're not shorts. I didn't cut them off. They're just regular short jeans. You don't have to say that. All right, we're going to start the fucking YouTube intro and you're all going to be fucking dumb as shit about it. And yeah, it's going to take more than one attempt. I thought about it, but I didn't write anything down. I'm not going to be reading a script. The launch of the Switch 2 is imminent. Today is March 25th, so as of the recording, live on Twitch, join in there if you want to. I don't know what the heck that thing's gonna be. I haven't seen the direct yet. By the time this makes it all onto YouTube, you probably will have and can laugh at me. But in order to try to understand and maybe even predict what the Switch 2 launch will look like, we're taking a look back at all of the old Nintendo launch titles. And not just, hey, Nintendo launch titles, you're just gonna play a bunch of Mario. No. Not Nintendo published, we're doing the works. We're taking a look at all of the most fun and memorable and stupid and funny launch titles we can think of. That includes things like fucking, in front of me, Super Street Fighter 4 3D, where Guile can throw sonic booms while walking forward. Isn't that fucked up? There's a DS game that I can't wait to check out. Please stay tuned. It'll be funny. I've got all of my old consoles hooked up. You can see some of them here. You can see one of them here, kind of. I had to install updates on a Wii U in Year of Our Lord 2025. That was a not good experience, but it's ready to go, and we'll play Nintendo Land or something. I've got this nice handy list of games we might be tempted to check out right here. We won't get to all of these, I'm sure, but this is the rough draft of things I think will be interesting. I'll let chat help me pick some here and there. If you want to be a part of that process, tune in live, and you can yell at me in the chat like all of these mean people do. All right, I think I maybe nailed that in one. Was that good? Did I do a good job? That was good enough? I don't feel like I stuttered too much, and I said what I wanted to say. That was pretty good. All right, cool. So practicing in the shower does work. Who would have guessed? All right. Now, part of this process is going to entail trying to make old video game consoles work and plugging them in. It's going to be there. The pit stops will take a while. We have a pit stop cam. That's not it. We have a pit stop cam so that you can watch me fiddle with cables. It looks like this. It's going to be a rough time. Let's see if this NES starts. I had this one working before stream, but past that, Chairman, it was so much harder to get a Wii U working than it was an NES. That shit fucking blows. I guess I can start off like this. And doing all of these, there's really only one way to start. You have to play Mario Bros. 1. It started it all. I'm going to try to not get too Mario'd out of our minds playing these, even though there are a lot of Marios. But let's see if this NES starts. To paint the scene, the year is 1983. I think I looked that up and that's correct. Fix it in post if not. Nintendo is about to release their first gaming console, and the console market's not doing good. If you look back to 1982, the year prior, the most memorable and noteworthy game released was E.T. on the Atari. The console market is dying. 84, 85, is that right? I'll re-record that. But also I don't believe you because you're in England. I did the Japan date. Well, maybe that's still true for my fact. Yeah, no, what I said is still true. It just happened to be the Japanese release date of the console. I'm still right. That's not the year this came out, but it's the year the NES came out. It's wobbly, okay? Fact check me. A little bit, but not too hard. Let me embellish the facts. What's the worst that'll happen? Some 12-year-old watches this for the first time and then commits that to memory and then finds out they're wrong later. That's okay. General, I set up all these scenes. I have so many buttons here, but look at this. It's Super Mario, and I think the audio should be working fine. If you are getting, like, I don't know, the real problem was that the NES is mono, and that means you'd only get it out of one ear. I think I fixed that. If I did not, please let me know. This is going through the RetroTink. We are going to have scan lines. I like them better that way. The game looks kind of warbly if you don't. All right, and I should also note that if it's fixed for you, it's still not fixed for me, and I am going to only hear it out of this ear. But it says 1985 on the game screen. Well, I'll cut that out. Look, if that story was fun enough for an intro, maybe the whole thing gets cut. Played this at home your senior year of college. I did not. Somebody asked earlier what my first console was. It was a Super Nintendo. Whoa, the menu moves, that's cool. Faye, I forgot you're a baby. You've never seen this game before. Alright, we all know what Mario is. This game's pretty good, I think. I think it's important to set the tone of, like, if this was released today, I probably wouldn't love it. I forgot which pipe it is. No, I didn't. I'm the best. But when you're comparing to the shit like Pitfall and E.T., I think this holds up pretty well. And as far as like a pack-in game on a console, a benefit of being American instead of Japanese, kind of a banger. We'll see how far I can go. I don't want to spend a ton of time on like the known qualities like a Mario. But also, I can maybe beat this game a little bit quick. No, oh, thank God for New Super Mario Bros. That's a controversial opinion. I don't think most people would agree with you there. I don't know why I always get this star. I don't need it, but I just kind of like getting it. Oh, chat room, is it funnier if I hit the minus world? We're gonna do that. I don't know if I can. We're gonna go to the minus world. You ready? I don't think I scrolled the screen far enough. Fuck, I think I already fucked it up. Oh, I used to be able to do this consistently on the Wii Classic thing. It was a college party trick. I can't do this on an NES controller. Let's see what 1-3 looks like. I don't even remember what 1-3 is. I never played this stage, okay? 2 games for the price of 1. I wish I had a zapper. I would have set it up. Okay, now speedrun it. I have thought about... It would be a fun stream to do like a speedrunning stream where I spend a week or a month or whatever trying to learn a speedrun. And then I looked shit up and then was like, and then I had this idea, so we're doing it instead. Fuck. Alright, anyway, Mario sucks, actually. No, that was a good time. It's Mario. It's what we all know Mario is. This is probably the most known quantity of any of these, and I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. There's weirder stuff. There's more funny stuff to get to. Like the Super Nintendo, a thing that's not actually gonna be funny, because it's Mario again. Right? I mean, this is for my own sake. No, it's the Game Boy. They were explicitly moving on quickly. I want to play a lot of games. Alright, Mario is Mario. I died. I don't know what level 1-3 looks like, but we tried our best. Oh, we got 3 minutes until ads. I'll beat this level. On my one more life. No, I won't. Fuck, I'm shit. All right, no, we're ending it that first time when I said we were. Next up, after the NES, a nice, good home console that re-energizes the market came the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, not in color, and there were actually a good handful of tie-ins for that one. There are actually a good handful of games that came out at the launch of the Game Boy. Some of them are these. Super Mario Land and Tetris, most notably, but also like some sports stuff, your baseballs, your whatever. I think we need to look at Tetris. Tetris is probably the most iconic one. Tetris is the one everyone's going to think of. The problem is, I'm really fucking bad at Tetris. I'm going to embarrass myself. And that's okay. I'm going to have to do it again for the Game Boy Color, because that system didn't have release games. Thank you for subscribing, C.A. Brown. Also, welcome if I didn't say that earlier. I've been very chatty. I'm streaming for YouTube. That's maybe not the best idea all the time. But this is my old copy of Tetris. As you can see, it looks like shit. That's going to be the case for some of these. But I've got it. And unfortunately, I don't have a Super Game Boy. That would have been cool. We're going to play it on the Switch, which means I have to switch over to that. So here comes our first pit stop. Pit stop camera on. If you get one synchronal Tetris, I'll gift 5 subs when you get paid Friday. Extra double good, because I absolutely know I will get one Tetris. And also, if Faye wants one, she has to come back. Except it's Friday, and I don't stream on Friday, so save it for Tuesday. Oh, also, if any point it like becomes very clear that you're just gonna see down my shirt on this camera, please let me know so I can stop. All right, that's a little precarious, but okay. Cool, that's working, and we can go to this one, and I can turn off the capture card and turn on game audio, because that should work better. Oh, also it's a 4x3 game. I forgot. Tetris 2 ruled. Love that game. I don't remember Tetris 2. But no, this is just regular old Game Boy Tetris. Here's a Faye fun fact. Lay it on me. Alright, this is Tetris. Regular old Game Boy Tetris. It took the world by storm. Everyone loves it, except for me, and I only don't love it because I'm really shit. That's the music. That's Tetris. We're going to start at 0, because somebody in chat said that they would gift subs if I got a Tetris, so we're going to make it as easy as possible. For a dumb loser idiot like me, I already fucked it up. I thought it was on the thing. I looked over at chat. I beefed it instantly. That's okay. We'll build on top of this. Oh, no, we won't. I fixed it. I didn't really fix it. All right, whatever. One little hole doesn't matter. Please don't laugh at me, chat room. I know I am legitimately very not good at this. You have to be kind. It's really green. Yeah, it's a Game Boy. They looked like this. It was a miracle that we could play games on in our pocket. That wasn't yet. Game Boy Pocket's a different one. Chat room, the one thing I don't do in Tetris is look at the next upcoming piece, and I should really do that. Also, I can't tell which L's which. I'm panicking. Oh boy. I was not prepared how actually god-awful, unredeemably bad at this I am. I knew I wasn't good. Oh, fuck. I blame the Switch controller. Oh, man. No, I can feel you all laughing at me. I'm focusing very hard. I can tell you're being mean. Please stop it. I'm trying my best. Oh, God. I should have never done this. Maybe content creation's just bad in general. Oh, fuck. That's fine. Do that one. Oh, yeah, there are holes there. You go there. And you go there. Yeah. Yeah, no. We're back on track. We're back on track. We're back on track. I finally fixed it. It's been fucked this whole time, and I fixed it. You don't think you've ever seen me be worse at a game? That's probably true. I warned you all. I'm not good at this. The most I ever tried to play Tetris was a phase where I had an exercise bike and I would play Tetris while I tried to ride a bike, and it just made me shit at both of them. And I don't think I exercised good, and I didn't get any better at Tetris. Look over here. I did, and I fucked it. I thought I had it all set up to where I'd be allowed to look, and nope, I fucked it. You're here now. Fuck. Shit. Well, that's not. Let's play. Oh my god, I looked at chat again. Oh, this one's embarrassing. I don't want to play this again. Why did people like Tetris again? I think they were all wrong too. I think still to this day people like Tetris, and I think maybe they shouldn't, actually. I guess you're just... No, you're going over here, and we'll have another gap. We're not going to fill that in anyway. I feel you all bullying me. I can't read it because I'm already too bad at this, but I can feel you being mean to me. This doesn't even do anything. There's our holes everywhere. I'm really sorry that I was so cocky about saying those gifted subs are free. They're not. I can't do this. What? How are both L's wrong? Fuck. No, never mind. That's the same one again. I don't get it. I'm good at, like, packing things in real life. Like, if you need a bunch of stuff packed in a car, I'm your girl. But real life Tetris, I can't do. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. Oh god, just restart. This is our one and only run of Game Boy Tetris. We are not playing another one after this. Oh, I forgot a whole big old part of this chat room. We're gonna have to do a little editing and pretend like this didn't happen yet, okay? I forgot there was, like, actually a ranking to be ranked, and I just got excited about playing video games. I'm getting it. I'm kind of on a roll now, aren't I? This is not looking irredeemably shit, right? I've almost cleared this thing up. I don't know where this goes now. Oh, it goes right here. It probably shouldn't have, but it does. All right. Our death is imminent. I do know that. We're gonna just try to get a Tetris, okay? We're gonna forget about cleaning up this shit we fucked. Oh, never mind. It's over. It's never been worse than right now. I'm sorry I'm like this. Just get me out of here. Just get me out. Just get me out. Oh my god. That is embarrassing. I'm sorry you all had to see me be that bad at Tetris. Holy shit. I thought I would be better than that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought about practicing. I thought about doing some warm-up games, and I promise you I didn't. That's just... That's what you got. I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel like I have to apologize for it being that bad. All right. Now, for the more important part of this, it's one thing to have some fun and play some games, but it only matters if we rank them and score them. So I have set up this handy little, and let me find it. I got a lot of tabs open. Boop. That work? I can't see everything right now. Cool. We have this handy dandy tier list. I don't forget what you call the T ones. We have a tier list, and we're rating these things on two axes. One, if it's a good game or not. You know, something you would want to play maybe from now until the end of time because it just holds up on its own. And more important criteria, in my opinion, does it make you excited for the new console? Something that shows off the features, something that makes you happy you now own this new expensive thing. And so to start things off, I think Super Mario Brothers for the NES accomplishes both things very well. I think it holds up. It's a good game, and it makes you very excited to own a console that's not the Atari. You only say generous because you're young. I know how it is. Now, I'll wing it. We checked earlier today. Charm, you don't know how little this stream is winging it. I did pit stop practices and like timed how fast I could swap the consoles out to see if this was feasible. Okay? I didn't practice Tetris, that's true. Yes, you sneak peek, we are gonna play Feel the Heat XYXX later. That's the one I'm most excited for. A little bit of a spoily here. We'll see what we get to based on the time we have allotted. Alright, that Tetris performance was kind of miserable. I don't think I am the skill level you should judge all Tetris on, but I get to judge Tetris based on my own skills, no matter how non-existent they may be. And I think Tetris is not as good as Mario. I don't get it, and maybe that's because I am garbage doo-doo poop at it, but also I don't know. I've never caught the Tetris bug. I've never been addicted to Tetris, but I know a lot of people are. And I think that kind of thing is the most you can really be excited for a new console. This is a game you can have in your pocket all the time. You'll play it on the bus to work. You'll play it in the bathroom. And you can play this game that you're incredibly addicted to anytime. And I guess that's the most excited you can be for a thing. People are excited to have heroin, right? All right, next up. I do want to play another Game Boy game because I have a funny story. And Mom, if any of the story's not true, please don't tell me because I want to believe it's still so bad, but it might just be that I was a child. So please don't take this away from me, okay? I had a game to list Tetris. I'm gonna get to all this shit redeem shit at the end, okay? We got pace to keep up, okay? Now, the other game you could get at the launch of a Game Boy was Super Mario Land. Yes, all of these probably certainly have my last name written on them. Don't use that information for evil. My mom did all of these, I guess, so we wouldn't get things stolen. But you can now play Mario on the go. I remember being a child and getting my Game Boy Color for Christmas. This one. And when I got this, I got Pokemon Fire Red. No. When I got this, I got Pokemon Red. The original one. A game I was very excited for and love to this day. Now, my brother also got a Game Boy. He's 3 years younger than me for context. Because reading might be a little difficult for a wee little child, he instead got Super Mario Land. A game that made him so upset that he cried and had to get Pokemon Blue. And yeah, you might think, hey, it's reasonable that a mom would be like, there are two equitable things, let's get both. But I think the consideration of, hey, this fucking dumb kid can't read yet, get him a different game makes sense. But wow, my memories of this game are only that it sucks and is hated by my brother and me, and we played it a little bit, but not too much. So we'll check it out. Yeah, there's no audio. It's just the attract screen. I didn't change nothing. It's going to have audio in a second. Is Tony good at Tetris? Yes, very much so. Much better than me, and he gets to do any of the Tetris in the house. Don't worry, we're covered. I'm catching up on chat a little bit. Had a till one. Hi, Outrun. Welcome. You are a little late. You missed the NES. It's fine, an NES Mario game. All right. So let's take a look and see. So let's take a look and see if this thing sucks or not. I only really remember the first level. Maybe the first little bit more than a level. I know where the 1-up is on this stage. That's about all I got. Oh, God. Flower? No, I thought one of those was a flower. Maybe it's... Maybe I gotta break the bricks. Maybe I don't remember anything about this game. Hell yeah. Look how good and cool I am. Honest question, did you and your brother share games? Console, yes. Handheld, less so. Because I tended to save on the thing and we couldn't. I do love that it's this weird bouncy ball instead of fire. I think that's a cool power-up, and I'm glad they added it to Mario Maker. I don't care about that stuff. All right, is this the one? Yeah. Look at how cool this is. This is a cool power-up. A cool, unique power-up that does... It bounces a little bit too long. It should disappear from the screen a little bit sooner. Or, like, you should be able to re-hit it and make it go away. But I think this is a cool power. It picks up coins and stuff. I like it. I'll be honest. This doesn't feel as good as the NES game. I think that's fair to say. I do think the sprite work is incredibly impressive. And I do think I like this song as the fire or the star power more than I like the regular Mario invincibility sound. And I do remember this end of level game a lot. It's iconic. This stuff stands out to me. On this weird game, we never got past level 121 probably, because we would just play it for a minute. So like, how is Land different from Bros? What makes them different series? It's handheld, all the levels are different power-ups, like we've talked about. Takes place in a different, like, area, really, but all the enemies and stuff are different. I'll step on a Koopa in a second, and so I can talk about that. See, that Koopa explodes, because the Game Boy couldn't do the moving objects, I guess. But it really just became, like, the handheld one. 3D Land is one of my favorite 3DS games. I like it a whole lot. It's a lot better than this game. And it's not a launch title, so we're not playing it today. You know what? I was a little harsh on this game as a kid. This is fine. And we were comparing it to Pokemon, one of the greatest things to ever exist, and also didn't launch with it. I think if we got this, ooh, wow, look, a transition into the desktop, because I was about to say this anyway. I think if we got this at launch, and this was your first experience playing a Game Boy, because you popped this in before Tetris, I think you are still excited to have it. This is Mario Land. I think you get excited for the new console, and it's a good enough game, but I don't think it's like... You know, it's not Tetris, it's not Mario. It's fine, but I think you get pretty excited. It's no heroin. I said Tetris was heroin and put it at the top. Probably should have thought about that. I now have to compare everything to a hard drug. I don't think it's quite there, but I think you're very excited about the Game Boy, because I think a Game Boy is just an easy console to get excited about. I lost chat. I'm down a monitor as we play a bunch of console stuff. Mario lore gets easily forgotten. Yeah, because it deserves to be. Nobody should care about Mario lore. It's just Mario. Shigeru Miyamoto doesn't care about Mario lore. Alright, I think that's it for Game Boy titles we wanted to check out. So next up, we got... Wait, did I fuck something up? I did fuck it up. For some reason, this image says N64 before Super Nintendo. That's obviously wrong, and I'll fix that in post. Apologies. People went apeshit for Mario back then. People still go apeshit for Mario. For some reason. We need more wart. No, we don't. Let Nintendo make one new video game for once, please. Alright, we're going to turn off this, and it's pit stop time. We're hooking up the Super Nintendo as quickly as I can go. Fine. How was that? Did I do it? Now we do got a fingers crossed that it turns on. We will see. Hell yeah, easy. That was a pretty good time, right? Can you tell I practiced that? And like had stations set up? Alright. We're playing Super Mario World because it was one of the few options you had. It was really just this and Pilot Wing 64. And I don't own Pilot 64 on real hardware, and it's a worse game than this one. So we're playing another Mario. We'll be past the Mario section soon, I promise. I will say this is now the 4th mainline Mario game. Kind of. We're not going to get into fucking Doki Doki Panic versus 2 or whatever. But this is coming off of the best 2D Mario game to ever exist, still to this day, Super Mario 3. So let's try out World. And we're going to start an empty slot because we want to. We want to see the start. Excuse, yeah. I mean it with my whole heart. Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. Did shit freeze? Oh, no, it's just old games are like that. They wanted me to really read that. We're going to Yoshi's Island 1. I've tricked my chat into arguing about whether or not... What the fuck? I don't remember that. That scared me. I was thinking about Mario 3 and the game was mad at me. Lamau ill. Okay, I was simply hitting the wrong buttons. I like the spin sound. I know it from Mario Maker. Yeah, iconic. What? I was on top of that. Don't say I'm worse at this than Tetris. I don't remember the buttons. I didn't practice any of this. I remembered the buttons for Tetris because there's one of them. All right, I figured it out. What's the spin? Don't call me a fake gamer. I play good video games. All right, I need to learn all the buttons. This is jump. This is spin. And this is run. Okay. Now we're gaming. We didn't want that Yoshi coin anyway. I forget you start already big. I kind of went back for that and I didn't need to. I think now's maybe a like decent time before we get too into it. But I hate Yoshi. Just like in general, all forms and iterations, I just don't like that weird little fucker. And so this being the game that introduced him is part of why I don't really think I like this one as much. And I know you're probably all being mad at me for that opinion, but I do hold it with strong conviction. I think every game Yoshi's in is worse for having him there. He's kind of forgettable as a go-kart person. Rumors are Ocarina of Time remake is the next for Zelda. I don't care. I think video game rumors are stupid, and I don't care about them. That's a lot of coins. I bet this section inspired that one weird 3DS game that was just a bunch of coin getting. I'm not bad at old games. I'm playing a bunch of games tonight. Okay? It took me a couple of tries to figure out the buttons. I'm gonna play a dozen games tonight. Give me a fucking break. I'm playing 30 years worth of video games in 3 hours. You can forgive me for forgetting a little bit. Tetris, you can make fun of me forever. I'm shit at that one. It's okay. But Mario, I clearly just had to remember what I was doing. I'm fine at this. I do like his silly little run. Though that is kind of a Mario 3 thing. We skipped the checkpoint on purpose because I don't need those because I'm a real gamer. And all of you will admit that one day. If that had been my first performance out of the gate, would you have all been impressed? You fucking happy now? I'm good at Mario. We're gonna rate this game and move on so I don't have to play it anymore because I'm not gonna top that. Yes, I'm happy now. Fucking good, you better be. That was a trick question. You only had one option. Alright, I gotta pull this up again. Alright, that was Super Mario World. This one, I think it is a better game than Mario Land and a worse game than Mario Bros. And I don't think it's that exciting. To be honest, how controversial is this to say? That I don't think it makes me immediately excited for the Super Nintendo. It's Mario and it looks a little nicer and that's cool, but like I played 3 of those and they were good and one of them was better than this one. You introduced a green horse. I don't care about the green horse. This game's worse than 3. It's gonna go here. And now to give the Super Nintendo a fair shake, we are gonna switch back over to the Switch so that we can play Pilot Wings, because that's on that virtual console. So, as usual, give me a little break to do a pit stop. Pit stop complete. Easy. The pit stop cam is neat. Yeah, I got a new webcam. And so we have the old one that we can do silly stuff with. And I think somebody in Discord recommended pit stop cam. In which case, whoever it was, good shit. I'm sorry, I forgot who you are. Exclamation point Discord if you want to join the Discord. Hi, Zebra. Guess what? I get to do this now. Boom, I was waiting for you. Our friend Zebra here streams and just hit affiliate, and you should all go follow him. They've been playing Pokemon and AI the Somnium Files and Guilty Gear Strive. I forgot the last thing for a second. But it's cool, and you should be impressed. And where'd my video game go? Did I plug that in right? I don't know if I plugged that in right. That should be going. I did not think the Switch would be the thing that gives us problems in our pit stops. Right? I got an ad break in 3 minutes. Hopefully I can figure this shit out before then. No, it's like on and shit. I guess I'm unplugging and replugging this. I hope I didn't fuck up the Elgato. Anything? There we go. Video game. It was just sleepy. The Switch isn't used to getting unplugged that much. That's not true. It gets unplugged all the time, more than anything else. That's like its whole gimmick. I didn't remotely detonate your PC. You said, hey, I think they might have to turn the power off to fix it, and then it was over, basically. Super Nintendo. I wore purple today because it's the Nintendo color to me. I know everyone says it's red, but that Game Boy was purple, my N64 controller's purple, the Super Nintendo's purple. Purple's the Nintendo color. And I'm mad that I never got purple Joy-Cons for both sides of my Switch. Oh, we can also play F-Zero. You all want to play F-Zero or Pilot Wings? I forgot F-Zero's launch title. This is the first time I'm letting you all pick. I can put up a poll if we really need to. And we'll let it run like through the ad break or whatever. But yeah, okay. F-Zero is the better game. Yeah. Yeah. F-Zero should be quick. You're right. We're going to start F-Zero, and we're just going to blast through a run, and then we're going to play the next one. By the way, just while we've got a minute, ads run automatically every 30 minutes. It's the least I can run ads to make sure pre-rolls are turned off for new viewers. I'm sorry for those. If you really don't want to see them, you can subscribe and you won't see them anymore. I also generally recommend Twitch Turbo for like $14, $15 a month or whatever the number is currently. You cannot see ads anywhere on any Twitch channel, and I think that's a really good deal. I pay for that personally. You are not hurting me by doing that or anything like that. But if you watch a handful of streams, it is more economical to do than to sub to all of those people, even though subbing does support me or the other streamers. But that's the deal. Ads start in 30 seconds. We're going to play some F-Zero. If you really missed that because of the ads, I'm sorry. Check out the YouTube video when it goes up. Would you ever do this for any other companies? Absolutely, duh, obviously. The goal is that this is a big hit and I get to milk it forever. All right, anyway, F-Zero time. Other launch game on the consoles, F-Zero and Pilot Wings. Both of these, I think, in my memory at least, are much more impressive uses of the console. One thing that the Super Nintendo could do that the NES couldn't was attempt to emulate 3D graphics. It's obviously still not there to true 3D, but this should look immediately more interesting and stunning than Mario did. Not to say Mario is bad, but it's not this. Yeah, I know, thank you. That, I think, sells you on the console more than anything in Mario World. I forgot the button, or I didn't know the button. I've never really played this game. We'll get some boost. What's the boost button? I don't really know. Oh, maybe there's not one? Maybe I don't have boost. How's this shit work? Also, I'm probably absolutely destroying the stream's bitrate, huh? You get boost after the lap. Okay, gotcha. This looks like the most unstreamable game I've attempted to stream, right? Oh, it's fine. That's impressive. Because to be honest, it even looks kind of shitty on my monitor, but that's just because it's moving so fast with so many little pixels in the background. This is iconic music for sure. Partly because of Smash Brothers. I think Smash Brothers is what makes this as iconic as it is. But I think this is kind of a heck of a launch title. It hits the you're seeing something you've never been able to see before thing. I hit my boost too early because I wasn't thinking. That's true. This is part of the excitement is that it is reminiscent of the kind of things you can see in an arcade. I forget. I grew up in a very small town. We did not have an arcade. They maybe had an old whatever machine at the Pizza Hut, and my dentist had Miss Pac-Man in it. But that's all the arcade time I ever had, really. I lost because I bumped into a bunch of stuff at the end. But I think that was a good, quick look at what is honestly a really impressive launch title. If we click back over and make it stop making noise, then F-Zero, I think, is probably an incredibly mid game. Like, I don't think I would want to play that today any more than I did at all. I don't think it's offensively bad. I would go a little bit less than good, just because it's like, that's a kind of boring racing game. But I do think it makes you very excited for the new console. That immediate, like, spin around, zoom down, I think is pretty cool. And now we're going to check out Pilot Wings, which is another game that definitely utilizes the 3D-ness of the Super Nintendo in a way that I think is interesting. And this will be another quick one. We won't have to look at it too hard. You don't think any of the follow-ups ever got the feel of the original down? I remember the GameCube one way more, to be honest. Alright, let's get a look at how Pilot Wings starts off. Again, this starting moment is kind of, I think, the most important part of a launch title. That's a demo flight. It's kind of undercutting my point by doing that. I think this first boot experience is one of the most important things to a launch title, because you want to feel immediately excited about the thing you spent a bunch of money on. And when you start Pilot Wings, I think it does a pretty decent job. You gotta read a little bit. I guess Mario also made us read. Boo. Nobody likes reading. Oh, we can skip cutscenes. Heck yeah. Complete 2 objectives, score more than 120 points or more to pass. And you got a little weird map. Yeah, I know I can rewind. Why are you making me rewind? Okay. And then you hit the button. And obviously you pick skydiving because it's cooler. And then you're hit with this. This is an amazing moment for a launch title. It's incredibly different than anything on the previous console. It's not like anything that's on your Game Boy. It manages a feeling that you haven't felt before at home. And it actually does a good job of that. I missed a ring. That's okay. I didn't... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I didn't read how to open the chute. I'm sorry for that. I thought we were gonna splat. We're obviously going for the moving one because it's the coolest thing to do. And my chat's been mean to me, calling me a fake gamer and stuff. I don't know how to descend any slower, game. Okay, well, we ate shit and died, I think. Oh, no, great landing. We fucking crushed it. We got no points because we went over there. But still, I think that first skydive sells you on owning a Super Nintendo. I think if your friends come over and want to see, whoa, what's the Super Nintendo like? You're plugging in Pilot Wings, you're plugging in F-Zero, and then you can all play... And then you can all play Mario together and have a great time. But I think this is what you're excited to show people first. Sorry, that was a weird hiccup. Now I have to move this again. Pilot Wings, I think, is pretty much the same as F-Zero. It's probably I don't know. My memory is that it's a better game, but it's probably worse, right? Everyone likes racing more than falling out of the sky. But I think they're pretty on par equal. They might as well be like this. And that's going to wrap it up for what we have. That's going to wrap it up for what we have on the Super Nintendo to check out. You can tell by this image. Next up, N64. There's really only one game to check out first, and it's going to be one of the last Mario games we really pay attention to for the night. And it's the one everyone's excited for. It's Mario 64, baby. People are still playing that today. That stream category's still popping. And now I get to do a pit stop. Game Boy Color first, surely. No, I looked this up. I know I swapped the one thing, but I swear I was doing it right. Where'd my list go? I'm not even in the right server. Of course that's not where it is. Yeah, N64 is on this list before the Game Boy Color. All right, I do have to say, in fairness, we're skipping the Virtual Boy. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to figure out how to set it up. I didn't want to have a migraine tonight. The Virtual Boy exists, and skipping it is a detriment to the historical values of Nintendo. It is a weird blemish. It's a thing that gets talked about still for a reason, because it's so funny. They fucked it up so bad. But it's also not, like, fun and exciting. If you owned a Virtual Boy, just picture our tier list and then picture every video game you ever owned in the bottom left, because it's a bad game and you're not excited for it, okay? And we'll move on. And if you want to really comment angrily on this video about how not including the Virtual Boy makes this list invalid, that counts as engagement. Please do it. I'll argue with you in the comments and just put this same stuff in text form, I guess. Pit stop time. Pit stop complete. Chat, hear you out. The N64 is overrated. You're in chat. You're not allowed to make the same wild, incorrect statements that I make on stream to be inflammatory. Oh, I forgot one part of the pit stop, actually. I thought that was going too well. Alright. Let's see if this fucker works. The N64 is the console I remember the most. The Super Nintendo was my first console as a child, but the N64 is the console of my childhood. It's the one I played the most. It's the one that was the most exciting. It's the one I remember picking out games for. It's the one I remember being excited to play all the time. And it wasn't this game. I didn't own this game as a kid. It was Mario Kart, it was Smash Brothers, it was Ocarina of Time. And this was a bit of a miss in my childhood. We did not own this one. And instead, I only played it as an adult for the first time.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Again, we talked about it before. The first seconds of booting up that new console. This is the most different it's gonna get. That jump from the Super Nintendo we were just looking at, trying its best to pretend it was this, to actually being this, it is the largest generational leap that has ever existed and probably will ever exist. You know, there's no way you're gonna boot up the PlayStation 6 and then see, you know, just natural VR or something. You're not gonna boot the Switch 2 and like smell it, hopefully. If it's that, then fuck, this video's inaccurate, huh? But like, it's amazing. It's Mario. This is your guy. We've played all those other Mario games. This is the one everyone has been excited for years, and now he's here and he's in 3D. I'm gonna prove I don't know anything about speedrunning at all, so don't expect me to bomb clip or anything. I've never attempted a speedrun of this game in my life. I will try to bomb clip having only seen it. If I had a save where I could go try to BLJ, I would do it. I don't know if any of those are easily compatible. That one I think I could nail easier than, like, you know, there's no way I'm gonna bomb clip. There's no way I'm gonna MIPS clip. But I could maybe, like, intuit how you do that thing. I know you kind of pick up the bomb that's chasing you and let it go and it pushes you weird. But we'll probably just get a star or two in this game and then be done. Okay, that's not how movement works. Alright, maybe I don't remember how to play this game either. How do you grab? I swear it's just this. Alright, excellent bomb clip. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. People didn't know how to bomb clip at the launch of the console. Don't worry about that. Have you ever finished this game? I have. There was one summer, my sophomore year of college, where me and a roommate at the time played through every Mario game in like a week. Like passing off the controller. So I have. We'll go to Womps, get a little bit of variety of what this game looks like. It's so impressive to be running around this environment. I think it's important to note that we do have like full-on look around stuff. It's impressive. Love the way the retro tink makes it look. Yeah, I have like the lowest level of scan lines on possible. And it looks pretty good. What's your favorite level? Oh, probably the big and small level, whatever that one's called. I forget. But it's probably that. All right, chat room, I'm gonna attempt to cannonless without knowing anything about a setup, and if I hit it, you all have to give me your money, okay? I know there was a Tetris bet earlier, but I am... How do you do this? Can't you like... Oh, no, never mind. I'm gonna die. That's fine. I'm just gonna full send it at this wall and hope I hit the angle, all right? There's a little animation trick that makes movement feel so great. Yeah, there is. And now if I hit this cannonless, you all have to subscribe, okay? And if I don't, it would still be kind of you. But if I somehow full send this and hit it, it would be an amazing clip. All right, I didn't. I don't know how to do it at all, but fucking imagine. I also don't actually know how to do this, but I know this is the backup strat. Is it off of here first? All right, I don't know anything about the actual movement in this game. Just waiting for a stream when we discover the wujak. Oh, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. That's impressive, all right? That one, it's, okay. I don't know how to play this game for real. That's probably normal, really basic shit for everyone. But that's the first time I've ever done that, and I didn't really know what I was doing. That's impressive, okay? That's again, it's not going to get better than that. I think that's a good showcase of Mario 64. It's got fun movement stuff that's never been seen or done before. That's a good 3D level design. It's just amazing. And like, kind of sad that that's all the look we're going to take at the N64 because it was so meaningful to me as a child. But I don't want to play Pilot Wing 64, and the N64 ain't got no games on it. So that's what we got. And we're gonna rank it. And yes, I do become horrifically blue every time we move to this. And I think this is going to be our new winner. Because it's a very good game and it makes you very excited for the console. It's gonna go here. Fair? It's a better game than all of these others. Again, it's not heroin, but it's good and you're excited. So far, these launch titles have been bangers. And that's why Nintendo was on top for a long time. But not all consoles had a great launch lineup. And next up is the Game Boy Color, which, like, the Game Boy Color kind of isn't even really a console launch, but also it is. I have a hard time distinguishing in my head that the Game Boy and Game Boy Color are different things just because that's how old I am, I guess. I never owned a Game Boy. I owned a Game Boy Color. And there are games that you can only play on the Game Boy Color, which does make it unique in its own thing. So, like, we're going to take a look. And unfortunately, even more so than any other, unfortunately, is that the only launch title to play is Tetris DX. And you all were really mean to me earlier, and I'm going to ask you to please be supportive. Know that I'm putting myself out there, and this is a trial and tribulation for me. And, like, you know, you should just be proud of me for being willing to do it in front of people, more so than the end result, okay? Please? Promise? Alright. It's time for pit stop. Honestly, I could have left that there. I don't think we got any other consoles to plug in. It looks better over there. Alright, pit stop complete. Nintendo doesn't even split these up. I am currently launching the Game Boy app. So, like, maybe I shouldn't have even counted this if Nintendo doesn't separate them. But the wiki had them as different things. So we're going to take a look at this. And fuck, it's going to be embarrassing again. You all know that. We're all on board and excited for the fact that I'm going to beef it, right? I guess I'll enter a name, and I gotta do that. Oop, that's me. I just realized a really fun challenge speed run would be finishing one launch title from each Nintendo home console. Yeah, it would. And also it'd be hard and stupid, and this is the closest you're gonna get to that. Your idea was just to do this idea, but faster. Alright. I don't know what these even mean. But the first one's probably what we want to do, right? Alright, we're going type C, because I like that vibe the most. We're starting at level 0, because I need... Oh, they fucked me! Right from the start, this is what I'm starting with. Honestly, this feels a little better, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just warmed up, but it feels a little bit more responsive. Yeah, I'll hit single lines all day. I don't care. Oh, well, yeah, you can go here. That's fine, actually. That's gonna be my well. That's where I'm setting up. Oh, fuck. I was thinking instead of doing. Never mind. For a brief second, I thought I was gonna look like I knew what I was doing. And I beefed it. Fuck, don't we have the Suika stream coming up sometime? That's gonna be a constant embarrassment, I'm sure. I don't know if it's the colors. Something about this feels easier to me in a way I like and appreciate. I really couldn't tell you what or why that is, though. We're doing it. We have a chance. We have the opportunity. We just need the game to give us a line piece. Are you all ready? So it's gonna have to happen. If they don't, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh, buckle up, chat room. I didn't beef it either. Look at it go. It's official. This one's so much better than original Tetris. It's not even close. This is the superior game by a mile. I'm gonna make you all watch me do it again. I can't tell you what changed. Something does feel better and more responsive in this one. And that's not just cope. Okay, now it was going a little fast. It's calming down. Are T-spins a thing yet? I don't know how to do them, but... Okay, well... Oh, fuck, never mind, it's not responsive. It's bad, actually. Never mind. It's good again. I'm very fickle. And it only has to do with whether or not I'm winning. Anyway, that's Tetris. I'm not just saying that because I'm gradually fucking up more and more. We're going to be done in a second. Like, by my own free will and not because I beefed it. Okay? And I still don't like Tetris. Nothing has changed, okay? Alright, that was still Tetris, but now in color. And I did a lot better, and I can't tell you why I did a lot better. But I did. And so this one I think maybe will be our first one that's maybe controversial. Because Tetris DX is still a good game. It's better than Tetris. It controls better. But it's also not exciting at all. Like, maybe a little bit. Maybe you love Tetris and you're excited to have another thing called Tetris. But at this point, you already have NES Tetris. There's probably a Super Nintendo version of Tetris. It's just the same thing, but in color a little bit. It's not what you want. I mean, it is what you want, but it's not what you're going to be pumped about, you know? So I think this is a good game, but I do think it's not exciting. And that's all the Game Boy Color really has to offer. There was some other options, you know. It could have been Centipede. It could have been Game & Watch Gallery 2. It could have been Pocket Bomberman. None of those sound more exciting than that. So, like, you know, that's where it goes. Don't say worse. Don't say only level 2 this time so you did worse. You don't have to say that. What's next up? The Game Boy Advance? Okay. I think you all get to influence my decision again. Because on the Game Boy Advance list here, we have another F-Zero, we have another Mario, or we have Kuro Kuro Kuroken. Which was not an American launch title, but it's on the Switch store, and, you know, that's maybe more interesting. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters, I think it's worth pointing out that this was a launch title in Japan, and this is one of the Game Boy Advance games I played the most, and so it is incredible. Also on that list is the first Mega Man Battle Network in Japan, but we've played this game recently, and there's not really other stuff to play. Honestly, I should have set up the emulator so you could play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the Game Boy Advance. That's probably the best one here, but do you all want to play Kuro Kuro, or should I stick to English releases? The stick game, everyone's excited for Kuro Kuro. Okay. Cool, because I'm excited for Kuro Kuro. No pit stop needed this time. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the GBA was cool. Yeah. That will show up on stream eventually, I promise. Look, right there. Launch titles. Boom. Kuro Kuro. Super Mario Charge Circuit, no, but Kuro Kuro. This game's a little weird, and we all know that, but it's also kind of cool. I've only played it for a little bit. I'm probably going to be a little stinky at it. It doesn't quite fit in the 4x3 crop I am learning. We can fix that real quick, kind of, but it might be a little bit jank. And you'll all have to be okay with that. There we go. That's what this one's going to look like. And we do have a little bit of headroom, and I do have to go crop me now. Because I was a little lazy with the crop. Apologies. There we go. Cropped correctly. This is a weird one. Why do I always have to name myself? I'm just Jay. It's fine. Burrow and my kids got lost in another land. Do you want to train? No. That's gonna bite me in the butt, but that's how it works on this stream. Go slowly to get used to the control pad. Yeah, they're little guys in that stick. Isn't that cool? And so it kind of just spins all automatically. And your goal is to navigate without touching the walls. Okay, we got a little time penalty. Okay, maybe I should have trained. I don't know what that was or what that did. Do I have to like poke it? Do I have to go around it? I went around it successfully. That's kind of cool. Shit. This game's fucking hard, it turns out, actually. But I do think this is fucking cool and weird. Oh, okay, I can touch that, kinda? Okay, I made it way harder on myself last time by trying to go around that. This is such a step up from the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. You know? That's part of it. There are lots of colors, lots of interesting movement. There was an actual decent amount of story that we skipped a lot of, but it was there. That's worth noting. Oh, we got Wiggle Stick. Yeah, I'm having fun. I figured it out. I'm having a good time. All right, last level. Last level, and then we rate it. I'm kind of just having too much of a good time with this one. There is other stuff I want to get to. Oops, I killed the baby, and then we died. All right, well, that's going to be it. I think this game is really neat. And that counts for something. Koro Koro it's a good game. It's as good as Super Mario. And it gets you a little bit excited. It's different than what you've had before. I don't think it's revolutionary on its own, but it's clearly a step up. You get more excited than Mario. I'm gonna edge you just a little bit to prove that it's a better game. I think it fits well right there. And now we get to a section. And now we get to a section of things where it's a little bit. It's getting a little weird. Because after the Game Boy Advance, we have the GameCube. Nintendo's not on the top of the world anymore. They were for a long time, but the GameCube starts to compete with the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, and it maybe doesn't go their way too much. But they had a decent launch lineup. Stuff like Luigi's Mansion you probably think of first and foremost. Wave Race. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, that's on there. Most people probably didn't play it on the GameCube, but it was an option. And also, what I think is a really good launch title and just game I'm excited about all the time in general, Super Monkey Ball. So we're playing Super Monkey Ball. And I gotta change a lot of setup. Change which input this TV's on. I fucked it up. Okay. Because now I gotta change how Twitch has my chat laid out. And all of you go live over here now. And I gotta move all this shit. And I gotta get this out. I'm not playing on GameCube controller. I couldn't get it working and set up correctly. I tried. I didn't try that hard, but I did try. Dolphin. We are emulating it. I don't own Monkey Ball or Luigi's Mansion. Currently. I have in the past. I could again, but not in time. Chat, yes or no, GameCube on Nintendo Switch Online for Switch 2? No, they're gonna restart all the way over and you're not gonna have all of the same Switch games. That's my actual guess. Monkey Ball's an enigma to you. It's actually really good. Super Monkey Ball is a very underrated series, and I was very, very happy that it got a new game last year. And I did like it. I didn't finish it. Maybe that would be fun to stream sometime. But I just generally think these are cool and fun. Is my controller not working? My controller's maybe not working. That's not great. Hold on while we troubleshoot for a second. Oh, because it clicked this over. Maybe? What's the monkey's name? I. Dole sponsor stream. If they would have me. Why are we not working? Oh, we are. Sorry, I'm setting up a controller. I thought I had it set up, but I apparently did not. Alright, save. Are we good now? We are. Okay. This is Super Monkey Ball, a launch title for the GameCube, and I think one of the coolest GameCube games still through the whole lifespan of that thing. And it's pretty simple. You got a monkey, he's in a ball, you roll him through the goal. We're gonna be the girl monkey. I'm gonna start at the beginning. Again, we want the fresh boot experience. Much like the N64, this is 3D. You can tell it's higher fidelity, but honestly, not like mind-blowingly so. You know, there's other stuff on the market at this point. Especially in time to come, you'll be competing against like the PlayStation 2 and stuff. But I do think these graphics generally hold up well. And I think it's a fun, weird game. If you notice, my tilting of the stick doesn't control the monkey. It controls the stage. So I'm kind of like rolling the monkey and the ball around. So it's a little bit weird. And it's a good time. And Sega made a good, cool game. The levels get tricky, they get hard, there's a lot to them. And they're pretty breezy to play. Okay, I tried to gun it. I always wish it was more like Marble Blast Ultra and you rolled the ball, not tilt. The tilting's key. The tilting was the great good idea they had that I know I can make that. That makes Monkey Ball what it is. If I just full send the whole level? Of course, you always just full send the whole level. You gotta try that. As you can tell, it is sponsored by Dole. That is like actually branded, which is maybe weird, but I never remember it feeling weird. That's just what bananas are like. Where else do you get bananas? And maybe that is the indoctrination of playing a game full of advertising as a child. But what I'm saying is that it worked. Now this is what Monkey Ball is all about, is fucking just sending it and doing dumb shortcuts and trying to cheese it. Oh yeah, also, that's an important thing to remember, is unlike the new game, there are lives and you do have to restart the whole world. So that's gonna be our Monkey Ball look. Oh, never mind, I got some bonus respawns, I guess. I don't remember how the continues work. Fuck, that was close. Once we get this, we're moving on. Alan Wake's energizing batteries are just batteries. Ugh. Yeah, that's just what batteries are like. It's maybe weird they're not Duracell. I think I pictured Duracell in my head more, but like, that's just because that's what my mom had growing up. All right, I'm gonna stop killing this monkey over and over and making you all watch that. Apologies for the monkey killing. So let's pop over and rank this one. Monkey Ball, I think, is an incredible and special game, almost on par with Mario 64. I don't think it does much to get you excited other than looks a little bit better than your N64 games. Like the Sonic Adventure exists at this point, right? Like you're comparing to 3D games that already look pretty good. And it looks pretty good, and your GameCube's a weird cube, and its discs are really little, and that's weird. And I don't think this, like, does anything to make the console feel special. You know, it's what I was talking about earlier. The PS5 is cool, and I'm glad to have it, but I don't think there's much about the PS5 over the PS4 that seems special. The triggers being, like, the adaptive pressure-sensitive one, that's the main thing, and it doesn't get used that much enough to matter. But I think Astrobot on that console shows that stuff off well. Not last year's GOTY winning Astrobot, the pack-in one. And so, you know, I don't think the GameCube even has that much. We can go take a look at Luigi's Mansion, but I think Luigi's Mansion's kind of dumb. But we'll take a look real quick. No, we won't. Actually, fuck that. I don't want to waste time on the Luigi's Mansion. It's on the emulator. We'll circle back if we gotta, okay? Deal? It's gonna be like the same kind of thing. Because after the GameCube, this is what we've really been waiting for. We're moving on from the GameCube, and now to the main event. Shit starts getting weird. There's just... Nintendo starts having these wacky, kooky ideas. Like, what if, instead of a more powerful Game Boy Advancer, we released the Nintendo Dual Screen, the DS. It's got 2 screens, and you can touch one of them. That's a weird idea, and it led to my favorite console ever. I love the Nintendo DS. I have 2 of them right here, I think. I have 2 of them right here. I have an original old fat ugly like kinda shit one, and I have the actual very good perfect form factor DS Lite beside me. This one's got a game in it I was actively playing recently, Digimon World Dusk. I still use this thing. This was a content prop. I don't use this one, but I still own it. And we just got done checking out a Sega launch title for a Nintendo console, and I think that's a good way to lead into this next one. Because Nintendo pitched, hey, we're making a new handheld console, and it's all about touching things. What are some cool ideas we can do with that? And Nintendo came up with, what if we put Mario 64 on there again? Because why not? Everyone wants to touch the little face pulling Mario thing, I guess. But Sega beautiful Sega who made Monkey Ball answered that question differently. They looked around the room and was like, Nintendo's got the opportunity for us to make a launch title for the DS. And we have to ask ourselves, what do people want to touch? What are people excited to touch? And Sega said boobies. And so we're playing Feel the Heat XYXX, or as it's known in other regions, Project Rub. This one's gonna be weird. I've set this up on my Cintiq. The thing I used to draw with. Do I have any drawing I can show? I don't really have any work in progress drawing. That'd be good. That's just spoilers for this stream. I don't know. You want to see a picture of a DS? This was going to be part of the stream, whatever. This thing I can touch and stuff. And so I have the emulator set up to work on here. All right. I hope that works well on stream and reads okay. Maybe I should like stand it up and play like this, because I am probably also going to need a controller. But it's going to be a weird experience because I am right-handed. But we're going to try it. Let me go here. Let me go here. DS. DS. You need to live over here. We are emulating again. There's no way to show you a DS screen. There aren't like capture units for that. Easily accessible. I do have a DS ready thing. Do not attempt to recreate any of these situations, okay? I'm gonna put on my drawing glove too, just because it feels weird to touch this thing without. This is muted because it was annoying the shit out of me in testing. Sorry, that was loud. I have unloudened it. Use the pit cam to show the setup. It's cool. I mean, there's not really much setup to show. I can go full cam and I can activate it and I can grab it. I should have activated it. Yeah. This is wujak perspective right now. I just have the tablet in front of me. That's OBS. That's all of you. You saw my sub number, but I don't care. It's 22. That's not a leak. Yeah, you can know that. I don't know. I'm not really a goal-focused person. I'm gonna turn that off. I'm sorry for the motion sickness as I was moving the thing around. All right. All right. You all ready? We're doing the story. I don't remember if I also need a controller for this. And when I say remember, I've never played this before. I just straight up don't know. Love that you can draw a direct line from the DS to the Wii to the Wii U to the Switch. Yeah. And sometimes it's an ugly line. That's the Sega employee who came up with this weird fucking thing. Look, I checked. This game, for the record, is rated T. It's not like banned by Twitch or nothing, so don't worry about it. It's not gonna get too racy. We're the Super Performance Group. Rub Rabbits. Okay. It's not racy, it's creepy. He just ate a goldfish. We gotta help him not eat a goldfish anymore. I don't really remember. Yeah, we're just rubbing his belly. This guy? Yeah, see, there's nothing creepy about this. See, that's just normal. It's so fucking weird that they made this. Look, if the guy swallows a goldfish, you gotta. I'm doing a good job, Chatham. Look at it. Get out of there, fishy. I don't know what's happening. I never had this game. This is my first time playing it ever, Mom. Don't worry. I did used to see it in the EB games when we went, though. You might decide to get her to notice you by giving her a super performance. All right. Maybe I swap it to where the top or the bottom screen's the focus. Maybe we care about that. Enter the right numbers to open the parachute. See, I'm doing math. This is educational. Of fucking course they did. I do realize when I set this up, I have to double tap for some reason for it to press, which is a little weird. Okay. I'm blaming the double tap being necessary. But I'm locking in, I'm getting it. I'm actually having a good time. This is kind of fun. I think the double clicking is actually more fun. See, that's not racy at all. Break time. Oh, and back to this. Easy. It's like WarioWare, but for Spike TV watchers. Exactly. Oh, God. Oof. Oof, that was a lot of numbers, and the double clicking did get the best of me there. I didn't have to put that sound effect in there. Was it random chance that we got 69 the first time? Or is that programmed? I'm crushing it this time, chat room. I'm flying through these games. Break time? The last break time she was in a bikini. That was barely a break. All right, I'm back. Give me that hard one again. Oh, only one of those easy. When do we touch butts or whatever? Are we not gonna get there? I don't want to play this game all stream. Oh, yeah, I'm not set up to blow on the touchscreen. I did not set that part up. I didn't know we were gonna have to do that, but it's cool that's in here. All right, let's try it. We're gonna see what this one is and then move on. Rub the road up and down to clear the path. Okay, I can do that. That's kind of fun. That's a good WarioWare game. Yeah, cool, fun. I'm having a blast. The DS still rules. Yeah, fun break time, lady. Less horny than I thought this was gonna be, but that's probably why it's rated T and not banned from sale. Okay. That's gonna be it for that game. Well, wait. I think that was cool. We'll leave this here in case we do another. This is one of those I'm afraid of being caught as a kid with, but it's actually neat beyond the provocative box art and marketing. That was my impression just now as well. And so, I think this game is probably fine. I don't think it's, you know, great. It was some fun mini games to do, but not really that fun. Like, it's probably over here, you know? I guess they're fine mini games. There's nothing too wrong with them, but I do think it makes you very excited for what the DS can do. And that's maybe partly biased because I'm very excited by what the DS can do. And so that works out well. The touchscreen stuff is well used. You get excited for other reasons, maybe, but all around, that's a good time. And the box art looks like that. You're gonna be maybe a little bit disappointed for the first few seconds that you're not like rubbing butts, but you know, you're still having a fun little mini game collection. There is another DS game that we're gonna check out. I shouldn't have closed the emulator all of the way. This one's maybe gonna be a little controversial. Not controversial. I think it might be a sneaker. Wanted to watch as much as possible, but I'm proper crashing from sickness right now. I gotta run, so I'm sorry. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Good night, Mimi. Sweet dreams. Stay tuned for the YouTube upload in like a fucking month whenever I get it uploaded and edited and stuff. This was also a launch game on the DS. And it's one that I owned. One that I still own. I don't have the box. But I have this cartridge. And it's Spider-Man 2. I'm knocking shit over now. I don't think I remember this game being very good, but we'll find out together. Yeah, it's the story of Spider-Man. Those graphics sure do exist on this console. They don't look good, but it's maybe impressive they exist at all. That you now have 3D on your handheld. We gotta rescue the people in the building. Sweet dreams, Mom. Punch the question marks for hints by pressing A. Alright, and you can see this one just uses the touchscreen to, like, be an inventory of moves to change. There we go. There's our slide kick. There's our web ball. We'll stay on web ball for now. Tap B to jump. Hold longer to jump higher. Yeah, okay. A to punch and Y kick. Okay. That's just a random guy. I don't know if this is a bad guy. He's kind of fucking me up, huh? Oh, okay, we have a web button. That's kind of cool. Press the control pad in any direction and X to shoot a web. Yeah, okay. That's some good wall crawl in action. Press the control pad towards the wall. Yeah, okay. We just did that. Press B again to web spring. Alright. Honestly, kind of impressive. I did a little combo and everything. Press and hold B while in the air to web swing. I just did that. Honestly, this is better than I thought it was. It was looking kind of a little awful in my memory, and I think it's just that it's much, much inferior to the console version. How did, what? No, that's what I want to do, but am I not able to? Yeah, while web zipping, you're able to go through fires and punch enemies and objects, try zipping across. I am trying to zip across. Oh, I don't have to jump. Okay. Honestly, competent game. Okay, they are laying it on with those those tutorials for how to do basic shit. Alright, and we rescued somebody. Honestly, I'm gonna be a lot nicer to this game than I thought I was gonna. That's all we're gonna play of it, because, like, I don't know, it's not incredibly amazingly interesting. But that was pretty cool. To be honest, it was in 3D. That's a novelty. I don't think it does anything at all interesting with the touchscreen, which is a big part of being excited for the new console. You know, it's probably here monkey ball height of, like, you know, It looks nicer. That's kind of cool, but you're not really using the touchscreen for much. And that, I think it's going to be a pretty middle of the road. You're not excited for it. It's not very good. It's worse than F-Zero. What am I doing? It's worse than Project Rub. I had more fun playing Project Rub. Okay, I was too nice to this game. I think it's just kind of a little bit of a bad, unexciting game, and that's okay. You have those sometimes. And that's going to do it for the DS. We're not going to play Mario 64. I put Pokemon Dash on here because I kind of wanted to just play Pokemon Dash, but that's a Japanese launch title and not a US launch title, so we'll skip it. These sorts of ports are always so interesting, completely different in every possible way. Yeah, they're just both Spider-Man, and that's all it took. Now, the 3DS... The 3DS, a console I love, didn't exactly have a good launch at all. In fact, they apologized for it specifically. They had to drastically cut the price of the console to sell any of them. And because they did that, they had to issue an apology to anyone who had already bought one. And then they got added to the ambassador program, where they got to play virtual versions of like Game Boy Advanced and Super Nintendo games and stuff, like Earthbound. That just for some reason were never made available to the public. And it was strange. And part of why they had to apologize like that was that the launch lineup was awful. That thing didn't have games for a very long time. It got there eventually and it has some good ones. But when I excitedly went and traded in my original DS Lite to get a discount on the 3DS, as a broke college student, the game that I bought, and the only game that I bought for a long time, was Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, which has this cool holographic cover sleeve thing, and it's just baffling. I did play Face Raiders. I did play the Pac-Ins. Oh, I should have fucking brought it up here. I have the Club Nintendo giant AR card that's the size of a poster so that you can put it on your floor and play life-sized AR games. Anyway, I own that. It's stupid that I own it. It made the move. It's downstairs. You missed the holo cover. It's right here. I got distracted, so we gotta do retakes anyway. This game is shit. I don't know. I do know. I was so excited to buy the 3DS because I went to the Best Buy kiosk and I looked at it and it was three-dimensional. I didn't have on glasses or anything, and it was an unexplainable technology at the time. You know, obviously you go home and look at how the Parallax 3D works, and then it's not magic anymore, and you understand it. But it's really cool. Glasses wearer revealed? I don't wear glasses. Did you see my desk? I have reading glasses on my desk that I don't use because they just don't really work and they make my head hurt a little bit. But I do have them. I look like this with them on, but I can't see shit right now. They're just simple magnifying reading glasses. Also, the 3DS isn't next. I don't know why I was talking about the 3DS. We gotta do the Wii first. I just didn't want to move this yet. Sorry. I got confused. I got excited about the shit 3DS. Oh, also the Wii was supposed to be... Was it? No. Why does this have the 3DS before the Wii? That's not true. Anyway, whatever. It's the Wii next. I know that from real life. So let me change that over real quick. Watch how exciting this is to set up. Oh, I don't have those plugged in anymore. Oops. So I do have to go back over here. And I do have to... Oh, the fucking camera's not even pointing the right spot. Oop. Down there, maybe? Not low enough. Where'd OBS go? I mean, honestly, sure. It's a Wii U. Now, for anyone who doesn't remember, the Wii... Oh god, I tangled up my shit. Okay, I fixed it. Alright, there we go. You got a 3DS recently for the first time. Any suggestions? I'd have to go look at my collection for any like real standouty stuff. I like the Pokemon games and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and stuff. For anything more niche than that, I'd have to go look and get back to you. Join our exclamation point Discord if you would like to, I don't know, talk about that shit off stream or whatever. And then I can recommend some stuff. That one's not first. I forgot that was in there. Actually, we might not play that one at all, time-wise. So this isn't complete without the Wii U. Now, for anyone who doesn't remember the launch of the Wii, it was revolutionary. Pun intended. That was its code name. Instead of a regular controller, it had these. These are special gold ones. This was like a Club Nintendo thing. This was a Skyward Sword thing. Normally they're white. But it uses motion controls. You wiggle and waggle these things like crazy. And so it took the world by storm. Grandparents could play it. I have memories of playing this with my grandparents. And the game that I have those memories in, and the game that everyone is going to have those memories in, is this one. The one we are obligated to look at first. The launch title to end all launch titles, Wii Sports. It will probably never be topped as far as, like, I don't know, iconicness goes. To just launch with what is surely still to this day your most popular title packed into every system. The perfect launch game. Right. We'll see if that's true or not. Disc channel. I put you in there. Please work. I'd be so sad if this disc didn't work. Alright, I will say that, setup-wise, my monitor's here, and the sensor bar's here, and, my big old microphone's here. So I'm sorry if I bump it all at any point. But Wii Sports, I just bumped it. I'm sorry. I'm shocked at how laggy Wiimotes feel. I don't remember them being like this, but apparently they just are. I am We are raw dogging it. We don't have the strap. We don't have the condom. We're just letting it rot. Create a save file. Yes, please. Alright, now, there are 2 experiences on here that I think are more iconic than the others, and that's bowling and golf. Which would you all rather play? Or would you rather play a little bit of both? Let's play a little bit of both. Let's play like 1 hole of golf and then a little bit of bowling. Oh, the default ass one. Let's just be any girl. That looks like me. Good enough. I'm right-handed. Iconic image. Every weekday's gonna have it. Unplug the extension. You got it. I don't need a dump shot. Let's play 1 hole beginner. Side note, I love the default Miis are the cast of Community. Really? Did I just pick Annie? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Huh. I guess it was kind of. Is that intentional? Or is that just like both Community and Nintendo were like, let's make a diverse group of people, and then they just look like that? It's not intentional, but they totally are. Okay. So you're just being racist. I got you. All white brunette women look the same. I get it. All right, let's play some golf. Oh, it does make noises. I forgot about that. It just scared me a little. Let's say tennis is iconic, but you're biased. Maybe we'll check that out too. Wait, are you not strapped in? I'm not strapped in. Starting a new game. Hold the Wii securely and press. Yep. All right, I am doing this sitting down, and if I whack my hand on the desk, you're not allowed to laugh at me. Oof, I don't know if I can stand up successfully. All right. God, I can't fucking... I can't swing this thing very hard. Fuck it. Okay, confirm standing up doesn't help, but we had to try. Oh. Okay. Maybe the Wii doesn't track perfectly. Part of this is my fault for my setup being fucked. And all of you ignore that I'm breathing a little bit hard. That's incredibly embarrassing. Fuck. Overshot it, really. We're aiming for a 2. A little hard, somewhere in between those. That was a 1, but we'll take it. We're probably a little over par at this point. Crushed it, chat room. Oh, that was par. I'm so good. All right, I'm going to hit this hole in one real quick, and then we're going to move on. Oh, fucking imagine. Oh, that was closer than I thought it would be. All right, let's bowl a little bit. All right, motion controls are finicky as remembered. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess. You're taking some awfully big liberties there by saying this is the cast of Community. But sure. It's the cast of Community if you, like, did it for memory and did kind of bad at it. Come on, no! I'm telling the truth. They drew them for memory. I twisted the wrong way, chat room. I kind of remember the lineup, though. Okay, I tried really hard to twist the other way that time. We're gonna get one strike before this ends, okay? Just watch me. Too much stank on that one. It's been a while, I gotta warm back up. What? That doesn't make sense, like, from a physics standpoint. That's a rough split. Okay. That is funny. I'm glad we got to see that. I did grandma roll that in real life just because I'm so scared of hitting the microphone. Oh, weird. Your character's only... Weird, only your character has legs. Yeah, Mii's are just like that. And we don't think about them too much. We may need to go further to the right. A spare would be... Okay, we need to get a spare. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Mii's fell off. They existed on the Wii, and they had their time, and they should have been gone and over after that. I should not still have to make a Mii in 2025. Alright, we're not getting this strike. Let's go try tennis. We'll take a peek in at all of these. There is other games on here I want to do. Ooh. Okay, I hit a little hard. I hit a little hard again. I'm better at tennis in real life, I think. I haven't played in like a decade probably, but I'm probably better in real life. Yeah. What about bowling IRL? Absolutely not. Okay. No, I was right. Tennis isn't iconic and it sucks, actually. But that's Wii Sports. I think that's a good little look. A little remembering how the waggling works. And so we're gonna go over to here. Gosh, if I had 6 more monitors, this stream would be so easy to do. Wii Sports, I think, is Tetris levels of as excited as you could possibly be for the console. It doesn't get better than that. It should be higher. I'm moving everything down just a little nudge because I do think Wii Sports deserves to be better than all of these. You know, it's our list. We can do what we want. Wii Sports goes above all of these. And it's not, I would rather play original Mario Bros. Today. I'd rather play Monkey Ball. I'd rather play Mario 64. But like, I'd much rather than Tetris. There. Great, excellent launch title. Now, also a launch title for the Wii is a player that now you can expect to show up for a Nintendo console launch. Somebody who bought in big. A company that really wanted to sell their games as much as they could. And to do that, they made Red Steel for the Wii. A launch title I distinctively remember getting for Christmas. It's a cool concept. You use this to point and shoot a gun. It's the most no-brainer thing you can do. Also, you have a katana. Isn't that cool? It's not, but I played this game so much. This was a game me and my brother and my cousin played a lot of competitively in multiplayer. Not because it was good, but because it was bad. We learned all the tricks. We could jump out of the map no problem. We could cheese weapon spawns. There was like a weird slashy thing you could do to like dash forward really fast. It was just a broken mess in a way that kids can enjoy. Yeah, Blasphemous as it is, this does. Wii Sports lives in a Xbox case. That's just the way it is. Alright, let me get you back over here. I can see, get you back on the Wii. Red Steel is one of the most disappointing games compared to the reveal trailer. Yeah, yes it is. This game's not good. But I think they made good with Red Steel 2. I never played that one. Maybe it'd be fun to stream Red Steel 2 sometime. I'd have to figure out a better Wii setup than this. It was Motion Plus and way better. Good. This has Motion Plus inside of it. Not that Motion Plus was anything great. My main memories of Skyward Sword is having to lay this down face down all the time to recalibrate because it was a stupid broken piece of shit. You will need a nunchuck. Yeah, I got him. Why does every fucking game want me to put a name in? They're not even stealing my data yet. We don't have to save. We had to, do the Red Steel because Lucas refused to make a lightsaber game for these. Yeah, I don't really care about them that much, but a lightsaber game would have been cool. Look at this interactive menu dragging things around. Remember, we're in the mindset. We ignored that Wii Sports disc in our box. That was baby shit. We plugged in Red Steel ready to go. This shit's rated T for teen, not any of that baby shit.
Oh, look at these fish, Scott. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, cool fish.
Did you see the big red one in the center?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Colors on that one, over there.
Which one? This
Wait,
one?
No, this one, just below. Look. Oh, no, wait. Look at the one on the left.
I do like this kind of diegetic,
Oh, I love
like,
the one on the right.
sensitivity
Oh,
shit.
wow. I hadn't seen the one in the left corner.
Ooh,
And this one on the extreme right, see?
that's kind of warbly warbly, huh?
I love them all. Oh, but wait, I think our table is ready, honey. Let's go.
Wow, she did not wait for me at all. I don't think this date's going well. Los Angeles, spring 2006.
Sorry, I know I've asked you 10 times already. I'm a little nervous. It's like a dream. You remember when we first met? You told me that I was a spoiled brat and that you were hired to
I
protect
can't
me
skip
and nothing
these.
more.
I like the GoldenEye remake reboot on Wii. The FPS genre is not utilized enough on Wii. Oh no, I hate that game. Big time hatred for that game. I own it. I have the gold classic controller pro to match these. Didn't like that game at all. It was very disappointing. It was too Call of Duty-ish.
I told him all about you, and he said he'd meet you. I'm so excited. I guess he has the whole place booked.
Is this what you're hoping for when you boot up a Wii for the first time?
I think he just likes to show off.
I think you could get better story experiences anywhere else, right? You're not like
You will too.
pumped for a story told this way. Even if you're like kind of into, "Hey, there's a pretty lady talking to me" story, you know? This looked awful even back then. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like even among the other Wii titles, I think this looks like shit. I think we're gonna skip it because like it's also kind of a GameCube game. But Twilight Princess definitely looks better than this and is told better than this.
This way, please. Mr. Sato will see you in his private lounge.
Honestly, I don't know why they couldn't have just had lingering shots on this 3D model for that talking instead of whatever they just did. Oh, fuck, chat room. This is gaming. Actually, I take it all back. This is actually a hype as shit way to boot up your Wii for the first time.
Please wait here.
I'm into it. I'm excited about this game. And I know what it is now. It's no longer 2006 where I'm some high school student just like excited for the newest Nintendo thing. I know this game sucks, but
Mr. Sato will decide when you can join him.
I'm into that.
Please be patient.
I'm excited about that walking and looking.
What the hell?
Oh, okay. I was seconds away from saying, chat room, we should play a Wii game, and then it did that. That fuck something up. No, I'm good. I was just knocked out for a second. Hell yeah. I remembered what that button was. Oh, I remembered the crouch button. Not that there were many options. This is what they showed off the most, is look at this shit. You can hold the gun sideways. That's exciting. I'm no longer trying to do that. Maybe we shouldn't play a Wii game. Okay, we're good.
Hey, there's another one left. Let's kill him.
Tracking kind of dog shit, it turns out. Okay.
Give up, moron.
I successfully killed a human.
You'll regret that. Don't move.
Alright, I don't think this is a fun thing to do in a story necessarily, but this did rule when you were just shooting at your cousin and you were all being dumb. Oh, Chair, I want to try to see if I can load the multiplayer map and show you where you can jump out of it, to see if I still remember. I don't know if it will let me into multiplayer by myself. I don't have another Wiimote up here to multiplayer by myself. No, it won't. Fuck. It's not worth getting them. And also, we got to keep the time moving. We only got 20 minutes left. We got 2 more consoles to do. All right, that's Red Steel. It kind of blows, it kind of immediately showed the failings of the Wii's tracking. But I was having an okay time. Despite that, it made me think that it would be cool to stream a motion-controlled game. That's got to count for something. Red Steel, you are the shittest game on our list, probably. I don't think you get worse than that. I do think you're a little bit excited about the Wii. I just got excited about the Wii. I've lived through the entirety of the Wii. I know everything that happened with that console, and I, for the briefest moment, when I first took control of that character, and I walked, and I used the thing to move, I still felt that spark in my heart. And I think that counts as being excited for the console. So it's gonna go up here. It's shit. It's awful. But it made me like the Wii more than I did before we started this stream. Wii Sports didn't do that. It was what I expected. But wow, that's good job, Red Steel, I guess. Maybe that's nostalgia. Maybe that's all memories of playing it with cousin. But I mean, yeah, if you saw the trailer, you were disappointed, but also, like, I don't think I was. I don't know. I liked it. It was shitty and I liked it. And I'm sorry I'm like that. Alright, now we do the 3DS. Remember all that shit I was saying about the 3DS earlier? We're going to repeat some of it in case I can't find it in the editing process. Let's just turn this off for now. And then you go over here. And Jet, you're up here for now. Yes, you're over here, I guess. That's fucking weird. Yeah, you'd rather live in a world with Red Steel than without. Yeah, you get it. It's exciting. Alright. The 3DS was a console that was a really bad launch. Nintendo's worst launch. The launch they had to apologize for. Fuck, I'm not in full screen. The 3DS launch was a really bad launch. Nintendo's worst launch. People think about the failings of the Wii U, but it was the 3DS that they had to issue an apology for. And I got free games because of how bad the thing I kind of enjoyed supposedly was. But I also understood, because when I traded in my DS Lite to buy a 3DS, the game I walked home with was Super Street Fighter IV 3D Edition. A game that's baffling and interesting and shitty. It sucks. It's bad. It's the good parts of it are Street Fighter 4. The bad parts of it are 3D Edition. But we're gonna play it and we're gonna do our best to show some funny stuff off. Boop, the 3DS overlay looks like this because screen sizes are weird. Also, I think I muted this one. I did. Remember to take breaks. It's important. Nintendo doesn't want you playing their video games too much.
Super Street Fighter 4.
Alright, we're pressing start. No, I don't want to see stuff. Alright, now. Oh, I guess I have to... I can't backspace for some reason. Oh, the calibration's off. Let me fix that real quick. It's like one above it. Emulation. Figure. Never mind. It's fine. We don't have to touch that much stuff. I can just do that real quick. I don't have to double click in this one. Cool. So I just have to hit a little bit above it. I also have good memories of Street Fighter 4. It's the first fighting game I really learned anything about. It's when I discovered what frame data was. Sure, we'll try a little arcade. The medium's probably fine. Now, anyone who knows anything about Street Fighter 4 3D Edition knows that there are only really 3 characters to consider playing. The funny ones. That would be either Zangief, who can just walk forward and SPD no problem, who can run forward standing 720 with the best of them. What's your favorite cheese? Mozzarella, probably? Mozzarella, cheddar, parm. You know, the normal ones. Or, if we're talking about favorite cheese in this game, it's Guile, who can walk forward and throw sonic booms, who can stand up straight and do a flash kick, who just doesn't have to charge anymore. And that's fucked up. Why did they do it? It's the funniest thing about this game. The other would be Sagat, who just gets to throw fireballs the fastest or whatever. But we're being Guile, and we'll be default color. That's fine. Do they have the weird costumes? Oh, they do. Is this the furry one? Sonic Hurricane, please. And we are gonna just use these buttons. Okay, also one thing to talk about, I am emulating this. We're not gonna experience the full effect of the 3DS because it's not in 3D. That's kind of a big deal, but just use your imagination. We all remember what the 3DS looks like. I certainly do. Also, hi, Steph. Welcome. I didn't say hi earlier. I was confounded with your question and then thought of a cool segue.
It's the battle of the century. Fight. This shouldn't be too hard. Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic attack!
This is kind of running poopy. I did not test it well enough.
Sonic boom! 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 Polish kick! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Hold on!
I'm having a good time. I didn't use these buttons at all. I'm just hitting the arrows and the Sonic Boom button. Because they just gave me a big fucking stupid Sonic Boom button. Didn't input shit for that either.
Polish kick!
Walk forward, flash kick. What a fucking game they made. This was the coolest thing you could do at the launch of the 3DS. Was go online and throw Guile Sonic Booms in the shittiest Wi-Fi in the most unplayable competitive experience of your life. SF4 is so sauceless. No, you're wrong. I don't know if you know what you're talking about. If your only experience with SF4 is me just now doing this. Oh, we are gonna reaction standing flash kick one of those. Oh, maybe we aren't because it's kind of laggy. I'm just reacting to anything he does and hoping to get it, which is not reacting. All right. Had on 360 growing up. Oh, well, then I can't talk too much shit about you, but you are still wrong. No, that's not what I wanted to do. The other game you could be playing at the launch of the 3DS was a follow-up to a popular series of DS games, which somehow wasn't enough. You would think Nintendo has a popular series. Of course you launch with that and succeed. It's Nintendogs, now with cats. And for some reason, that wasn't enough. Also, I think I maybe had the thing fucked up the whole time. I don't know. It was supposed to be full screen. It wasn't. Which doggy you all want, chat room? Also, did it break? Oh, it broke because I tapped out? Why are you broken? It shouldn't be broken. It's moving again. Weird. I don't know why full screen is breaking it. It was not in testing. We can fix that real quick. We're gonna go in and just make you a little bigger. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I forgot you are set to hate that. Huh, that's not set up wrong. It's weird. Oh, it's working again. That's strange. Sure, and the bottom screen can be... No, we'll fix it. I was gonna say a little fucked up. It can't be a little fucked up. I don't want it to be. Cool. Alright. Is there a pug? No, there's not a pug. I didn't get the pug version. I got the Labrador version, because we like Labradors. Petting the puppy, or spinning the camera. It would hit a little bit harder if this was in 3 dimensions. Let's find a puppy. I would rather have a kitty cat. Alright, here are our choices. Golden Retriever, Beagle, Shiba, Pinscher. Oh, there is a pug. Dalshan, Maltese, Great Dane, and Cock. We're gonna get the Golden Retriever, because it's on the box art. Surprise me. I think there's only one option. That makes more sense for other stuff. Oh, look at this little weirdo. They picked us. This is our guy. Or lady. Choose this dog. Oh, it's a lady. Buy this expensive dog. What the fuck? You brought home a new puppy. And that's kind of like all we can really do, because this is like a real lifetime take care of your doggy game. Well, we can give her a little pet. You like little pets, doggy? I'll rotate it in real life for you. Look at that. Supplies. You want some dry food, doggy? Look at him go. That's kind of it. That's just a little virtual pet you can have and take care of. I don't think that's incredibly exciting to stream, but there we go. We'll put away your dog bowl. I remember loving the first one. I played so much of the first one. I still have it downstairs. Maybe it'd be fun one day to look at all of my dead dogs that are certainly dead in my old Nintendogs save. But anyway, that's Nintendogs and Cats. It's not exciting to look at. You could play Still Divers if you wanna. We're not gonna, but that was also a lunch game. They die? Almost certainly not. I was just being a shit. I don't think those dogs died. Don't worry about it. Your dogs are totally still alive. So let's rank those real quick. I think Street Fighter 4 is a good game only because of Street Fighter 4 and not at all because of the 3D version. We're moving down here so we don't cover Red Steel anymore. And I think you're not excited for the new console beyond seeing that it's in 3D. And I think that's accomplished by the menus of the game just as well as they're accomplished by Street Fighter. And if anything, the 3D version makes it worse. It's funny to walk forward and do a flash kick as Guile, but it's not good. That's a bad thing to do. They should never let you do that. And Street Fighter, if you ever get a wild itch and decide you want to make Street Fighter 6 fucked up, do it. Do it. Give Guile motion inputs. Give him a touchscreen button. Just let him do it. It would be a funny April Fool's Day prank. Feel free to take that one. Nintendogs and Cats, you're a little bit more excited because you get to see dogs in 3D. I think it's a bad game. I think the novelty has long worn off. This is your, third outing raising dogs, and now there are cats, and also you don't get to see cats right away, which are the new thing. You still just do the same dog raising. So I think you're over here. You're better than Spider-Man. You're worse than Project Rub. Oh, thank you for following, Earthing Plant. Did I read that right? You're kind of far away at the moment. Earthling Plant. Welcome, welcome. You join us as we're getting ready for the dreaded Wii U section. Which, there's nothing to do but to do it. We've got to play the Wii U. The stinkers of all stinkers, because we're not doing the Virtual Boy. This thing fucking blows. I had to set up the Wii U to work last weekend. It's not a fun process. This thing's bad still today. Nothing about it has gotten any amount better. It's just a stinker of a console. I gotta change the channel again. Last time. Wii U is so peak. You're just wrong. How old were you? Reveal to me how old you were when you played the Wii U. Alright. We're running a little low on games, and none of these are very good, so I'm going to let chat pick. We got 3 options for the Wii U. we have pack-in title, Nintendo Land. Honestly, probably the best of the bunch, but designed to be played multiplayer, and I am by myself. New Super Mario Bros. U. Nintendo's main offering, their biggest franchise, Mario. We have played a lot of Mario tonight. They fucking love these things. We can play that, or we can revisit the Ubisoft well and play Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U. Your choice. All of them are funny. And then after that, we will briefly take a look at a Switch game. But we're probably only getting one Wii U game, because these kind of suck shit, if I'm being honest. It seems like Assassin's Creed 3 has it. We have played a lot of Mario. Let me get Red Steel out of here. Do you remember how the Wii U discs are like weirdly rounded on the edges? It's just something I felt just now. But they feel fucking weird. Alright, I do have to put it down here. Okay. Nintendo Land was pretty amazing though. Yeah, maybe we'll pop in. We're probably not going to spend a lot of time in here. You're so glad Assassin's Creed ditched those dopey white hoods. You're just full of weird opinions tonight. Boop. Nope, not that one. Boop. You go to Walmart at 4 a.m. and start camping out to buy a Wii U, as I in real life did. And you wait all morning and you get in line and you manage to easily buy one of the only 2 Wii U's they had in stock because nobody wants them. And then you buy Mario and Assassin's Creed 3. The time you stop caring about Assassin's Creed. Where are the buttons? Oh, there it is. I couldn't find the start button. It's been so long since I touched this thing, like, in earnest, beyond setting up. I'm logging into the Ubisoft server. They're probably, like, calling in the staff late at night being like, something's fucked up. Somebody's trying to contact the Wii U servers. Are we being hacked? Sure. That's like my real life initials that I think are set up to this Wii account. We'll just be J again. I think that's all public information.
We locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy.
That's the guy. That's the guy from the last ones. We care about Desmond. They don't care about him anymore, but I was invested in the Desmond lore. While I have the opportunity, I'm going to present you all with the Assassin's Creed fanfiction I had in my head for years and will never happen. I was so sure that they should do this and that it would be the coolest thing ever to play, like, the Desmond section out of a start of the game, and then instead of going into the Animus to do old-timey stuff, some future sci-fi kid woke up from their Animus and they had been in Desmond the whole time, reliving Desmond's memories, and then you play like as Desmond the assassin and like future sci-fi stuff the person. Yeah, that's a sick idea. Ubisoft. I'm not sure that press makes me want to work at Ubisoft, but feel free to hire me. Isn't that hacker guy like related to the assassins? Fuck. Fuck, it would be so funny if I remembered the name of the Watch Dogs guy. I know his iconic hat.
But something larger than the assassins and Templars is approaching.
I don't have it at all.
Bigger than
No.
all of us. And if we
I can't get you that name. It would have been funny. Alright, I don't care, Ubisoft. Speaking of buying a new console and taking it home and booting it up, a real experience I did have with this game. This shit, Hi, Cyclow. We're in a little bit of overtime as we try to finish up our planned work.
He used another ancestor to provide decades of
Aiden Pierce.
It worked. We think.
Honestly, good name.
Hope. Soon we'll know that ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fraction.
This is a lot of shit. Isn't this...
From the first civilization.
No, the boat one's 4, right? Which one even is this?
Of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him. And through him, us.
What if we just ranked the game right now? Because this sucks.
Long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support.
Native American in the 13 colonies. Alright, cool pitch.
His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
They should bring back Desmond Miles. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Assassin's Creed nowadays, but like they should do that. I don't know if it would make any sense at all, but they should, and I would think it was hype, and then probably still not buy their game. That Wii U sure does like to take its time loading, huh? Just to be clear, nothing on here neither. We're still waiting. I can hear it thinking. Is my disc scratched? There's no way. This is the actual load time of a Wii U. I refuse to believe it. Just nothing on here still. What's the timer? It's been a minute already? Must be the Templars. It's got to be broken, right? There's no way the Wii U loads for this long. Right? I can feel it spinning. No, this is insane. It can't be working. Should have played Mario. We're about to play Nintendo Land. I think that's all the time we give to Assassin's Creed, because they talked forever and then the game's broken. Did those Ubisoft employees actually shut us down because they thought we were attacking the mainframe through the Wii U servers? I think I'm going to hit desktop. I'm going to leave it loading. We're going to rank it real quick. But I gotta say, this is the worst it can be. By far. I'm not excited for the Wii U. I hate it more than I did. This game's a stinker. I gotta go into OBS and move back up a little bit so you can see how bad it is. It's still not loaded. It's got to be broken. I'm gonna hit the home button. That's not doing anything. I'm hitting every button on the controller. It's just broken. Something busted. And I apologize to Assassin's Creed for not testing it better, I guess. I'm hard shutting down the console. We'll play Nintendo Land real quick. Just for a little. Just to see. And we'll never play Assassin's Creed 3 again. I know, I did it on purpose. I had to smother you to make Assassin's Creed stop. Nintendo Land. There is single player content in here. We'll peek real quick. I'm not going to be able to show you this very well. I could like hold the other webcam in my mouth, but I'm not going to do that. Solo attractions. Anyone got strong preferences for any of these? Anyone like remember and like one of these solo experiences more than the others? I don't even know what these are. They just have pictures. The multiplayer is right now. I know, I don't have a multiplayer here. I think I remember Ninja Stars being like a sideways slidey one. Let's try that. With the stylus. Oh. That had like weird old college people on it. If you ever want rough approximation what college roommates have ever looked like, they were in that that me list.
Know your enemy, know yourself, and you shall not fear 100 ninjas. It is time for us to begin today's throwing star training.
No, I did not go to Greendale. Alright, you got it. Oh, up, I guess. Is this okay? Okay. Alright, that's kind of fun. I just kind of have this view where I slide the little thing up and then it throws it. I got a targeting reticle. Boop. Boop. The calibration's mega fucked, and I'm not pointing this at my TV at all accurately. Oh, I was hitting a combo. Alright. This is neat, but that's also probably enough of this, right? We get the idea? Let's rank it real quick. That was much better. Excited for the new console. I don't think it's better than Mario Land or these. I honestly... It's probably better than Project Rub, but not by a lot. And I'm not unbelievably hyped for the new console gimmick. I've played touchscreen games before. Having an extra screen's kinda neat, but I think that's about the best they can sell the gimmick. I just don't think the gimmick's enough to be super exciting. I do think the Wii U was wasted potential. Yeah, kind of, but that's because all of it sucked. I think it was a good idea. I don't think the Wii U wasted its potential. I think the idea of dual screens wasted its potential on being on the Wii U. So we're gonna shut this fucker down now. I'm gonna get my disc out of there first. And then we're gonna one more pit stop to the Switch, and we're gonna play a little bit of Breath of the Wild, and then we're gonna rank it. More consoles need dual screens. Yeah, I know. The DS is the best. I know it didn't necessarily put up the strongest placings here launch title wise, but it's my favorite console and they should bring it back. All right. Full cam, extra cam, one more pit stop. Well, it's there. Also, I didn't turn off the Wii U, but now I am. Luckily, I can see that the Wii U turns off on this thing. Okay. You're just gonna go on the board. It's fine. Extra camera off. Do you think Pikmin 3 was peak, though? I never really liked Pikmin. It was not my thing. Alright, back over to game. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If people don't remember, the context is the Wii U was awful. The 3DS was quite old, but still hanging in there. You know, they were to the point where most 3DS games that they were even releasing were giving up on the 3D gimmick in order to get a little bit more horsepower out of it. All right, like the later Pokemons don't do 3D because they just want to try to look okay. And so Nintendo announces the Switch. There are rumors about the NX for a long time, and then they put out a trailer ahead of time that shows the pitch of this is a handheld device that docks into your television. It is both our next handheld and our next console. And people were a little confused and didn't know what to make of it. And then they did a big blowout Switch presentation where they showed off Breath of the Wild and revealed Mario Odyssey and showed ARMS and 1-2 Switch and talked about HD Rumble and how you could hold controllers in each hand and talked about how they had partners with people like Suda51 and EA and whoever the fuck. Todd Howard was there. You can get the Hylian Shield and Skyrim. And hype started to build. And where we are in the Switch 2 cycle currently is that in between. They've showed us the Switch 2, but not really showed us everything. By the time this video goes up, you probably have seen everything. And you can laugh at this video with the informed knowledge, but we don't have it. So the best we can hope for is some cool launch titles. And Breath of the Wild was the cool launch title here. Notably, it is also a Wii U game. I don't know if people actually played it that way, unless they had to. And it's kind of just, we forget and ignore that part of it. We're going to start a new game. Overwrite previous save data. That's a little scary, actually. Hold on. We're gonna play as my Japanese counterpart. The Switch turns you into a handheld gamer? That's very cool. Alright, I don't know who's got save data on here, but I'm happy deleting this one. Nintendo Presents. They're proud of this one. This feels prestigious. Like they know they've got something cool. They're happy to share it with you. This looks pretty good. We just saw what Desmond looked like in Assassin's Creed 3. This looks a lot better. Part of that's art style, to be fair. But this is like... This is what Nintendo had for you at launch. Not Nintendo Land and New Super Mario Bros. A brand new 3D Zelda game that has been in development for a long time and people are excited about. We are in Japanese because I picked that Japanese profile. We don't need pants. Good vagina bone shot there, because we didn't put on the pants. Not intentional, I just kind of was trying to go quick. Very quiet audio. Has the audio probably been fucked all night? Good chance it has been. I forgot how the whistle thing works. Was fine up to this. Okay, cool. And look at this. This is one of your first moments booting the Switch. You probably had clothes on, but still. That is visually impressive. And a sense of scale not really captured by anything else. Definitely not anything you're gonna get on a Nintendo launch system. It just feels exciting. Like it's back. Nintendo is excited to show you this. They didn't seem as excited to show you Nintendo Land. I don't know. You know what I mean? Having a little jokey robot at the start. Oh, there it is. I remember. Alright, we're just gonna start a fire and then be off. Everyone knows what Breath of the Wild is like. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Maybe I don't remember what Breath of the Wild is like. Also, this is the first time you felt like you could play the game. The previous Zelda titles were bogged down with the tutorials and over-explanation. I don't know if I fully agree, but definitely the recent ones, like Skyward Sword and stuff. Look, that's cool. We started a fire. And now, you know, we have the vibes. You now go and explore this place on your own. We'll chop down a tree. That's another exciting first experience, you know? An interactivity to it. And then there's one more thing to truly experience the Switch that we have to do. And that's to do this. We can just take that thing right out of there, press the buttons, and we're still playing. This is still Zelda. And it's a handheld device. And that's very exciting. Taste the cartridge. I've made it... Fuck it, fine. We can end the video like this. Let's rank it first, okay? Breath of the Wild is an immaculate game. The best game on this list, for sure. Enough that I'm going to scoot these a little. And I think it's incredibly exciting. I think, I'll be fair, it's not quite as exciting as going to Mario 64. It's a better game, but it is not quite that level of exciting. But it's one of the best they've ever done. And so we look at this list of games we've gotten to, and a couple we haven't, but still. This list of everything we've gotten to in this stream, and you would think, oh, in order for Nintendo to have a successful launch, they need a Mario 64 or a Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I say, that's not really true. Because what you really need is not good game, right? Monkey Ball doesn't do it for you. You need games that make you excited for the console, even if they're stupid. You need Wii Sports. You need Project Rub. Honestly, Red Steel captured my heart a little. If they can have something weird and dumb and unique, something that could never exist on anything else, they sell you on it. Imagine a third axis. There's no way I'm going to put in the effort to go into Blender and make a 3D graph and then spin it around for the YouTube video, though that would certainly be a very funny idea. Imagine, if you will, one more axis going forward and back, and it is uniqueness. And the uniqueness is where Wii Sports and Project Rub and Red Steel and even Nintendo Land stand out. Things that exist and exemplify the systems that they're on. And so all I can really hope for the Switch 2 is that they do something weird. Let me take those two controllers that are probably definitely mice and let me slide them around like I'm working the controls of a big robot, or like, I don't know, slide them and do like tech deck tricks. Something that makes me think that your shit's weird. That's what Nintendo's about. Their shit's weird. And I like it better that way. And also, put a second screen on it so I can play TS games, please. I miss them so much. Alright. Now, you idiots want me to lick this Switch cartridge? You dumb fucks. God. Actually, where's that case? I'm looking, can I like Ring Fit instead? I care about my Breath of the Wild copy a lot more. I made it through the entire lifespan without doing this, but also I wasn't a content creator for the entire lifespan of the Switch. So I guess now that I am, I have to join the ranks and I have to lick this cartridge. I don't know, it don't taste good. It's not that bad. I don't know, bitter's fine. Bitter is not a flavor that I hate. I remember going to the Coca-Cola factory on a field trip as a kid, because if you live anywhere near Atlanta at all, that's where you go to a field trip as a kid, and they had like Cokes from around the world. I hate soft drinks. I think they hurt my mouth and I don't like the taste. But there's one really bitter one from some country in Africa, I don't remember, and I drank it. I was like, oh, it's fine, and everyone in my class freaked out. And so I don't know, it tastes bitter. It tastes not very good, but like, I don't know, I'm not shocked by that fact. I knew it was gonna be icky. Thanks everyone for sticking around and watching. This was a blast. If you had fun, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Twitch, give it a follow. Come back next time. Would love to have more stuff. If you really liked the video, comment and let us know. I would love to do more stuff like this. There are plenty of other consoles, franchises, whatever we could look at in the same kind of light and have fun like that. I'm very happy to have broken out the old consoles and get to show off some of that kind of stuff. That stuff's very important to me and it's fun to show to everyone. And thanks very much. Good night and goodbye. Not goodbye to you guys yet. I have to find a raid real quick. Who's a raid real quick? Who's just like on and I can raid and not worry about thinking too hard. Fuck it, Jake's on. Jake wins. He was the first one I saw. This was a very fun stream, chat room. New YouTube video coming soon. I exported it today. I gotta draw a thumbnail and stuff, but that should be there soon. Exclamation point YouTube for that kind of stuff. Exclamation point socials for the socials. Exclamation point Discord to join us on the Discord. Thank you to the new people who followed and the new people who subscribed today. Please stick around for the raid. It's nice for me. It's nice for Jake. I think Jake's a fun streamer. I was watching him earlier today. So please, 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 please stick around for that. Thursday, while I'm trying to do stuff real quick. Thursday is Pokemon Infinite Fusions. Back to that. That's exciting. It's kind of been delayed a little bit. All right. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.